1. Your vulva is not your vagina, but we know what you mean. The vagina is a 3 to 6 inch long muscular canal that runs from the cervix, the lower part of the uterus, to the outside of the body. The vulva is all the outer stuff, including the labia, urethra, clitoris, and vaginal opening. 2. Most people can't orgasm from vaginal penetration alone. Sorry, Freud. A little over 18% of vagina owners say they can reach orgasm from penetration alone. For the other 80%, the key orgasmic ingredient is the clitoris. Some people can experience both a vaginal and clitoral orgasm at the same time, also called a blended orgasm, which may sound rare but it's totally achievable. There are also plenty of perfectly healthy bodies that rarely or never get all the way to orgasm. 3. Not all people with vaginas are women. Genitalia is not an indicator of gender and it can be harmful to assume so. There are many people who have a vagina who aren't women. They may identify as a man or non-binary. 4. Vaginas do tear during childbirth, but this is normal. Hold the horror movie instrumentals. This is a normal part of childbirth and your body is designed to bounce back. Upwards of 79% of vaginal deliveries include tearing or require an incision. These injuries can be minor tears or a longer cut called an episiotomy made intentionally by a healthcare provider when, for example, the baby is positioned feet first or the delivery needs to happen faster. 5. If you have a G-spot, it's likely because of your clitoris. Pop culture has been obsessed with the G-spot for decades, leading many to feel pressure to find the supposed erogenous hotspot. But then a 2017 study trusted source failed to locate the G-spot and another large study found less than a quarter of people with vaginas climax from only penetration. So there isn't strong evidence of the G-spot's anatomical existence. 6. The clitoris is like the tip of an iceberg. Historically, the clitoris was understood to be a pea-sized collection of nerve endings tucked away under a fold of skin called the clitoral hood that, as many a bad joke goes, men had a very hard time finding. 7. The A-spot, possible pleasure center. The anterior fornix, or the A-spot, is a little alcove that sits way back on the belly side of the cervix, a good distance deeper in the vagina than the G-spot. According to a 1997 study, stimulating your A-spot is an easy way to create more lubrication in the vagina. Not only that, 15% of participants in the study reached orgasm from 10 to 15 minutes of A-spot stimulation. 8. Cherries don't pop. And can we please stop calling them cherries? Most people with vaginas are born with a hymen, a thin piece of skin that stretches across part of the vaginal opening. Despite what you may have heard, at no point in your life will this piece of skin pop. It's not a piece of bubble gum, after all. Hymens often tear before a person ever has penetrative sex, during some unsexy activity like riding a bike or putting in a tampon. But it's also common for the hymen to tear during sex, in which case a bit of blood is to be expected. 9. The clitoris has twice as many nerve endings as the penis. The famously sensitive penis has around 4,000 nerve endings. The famously hard to find clitoris has 8,000. All the more reason to give your clitoris the attention it deserves. 10. Vaginas are supposed to have a smell. This should be common knowledge by now, but it's not. The bottom line, the vagina contains a highly specialized army of bacteria that work round the clock to keep your vaginal pH healthy and balanced. And like other bacteria, these do have a smell. 11. The vagina is self-cleaning. Let it do its thing. The aforementioned army of specialized bacteria exist for the sole purpose of keeping your vaginal pH at an optimal level to ward off other hostile bacteria. It's totally normal to see discharge, which may be thin or thick, clear or whitish, in your undies at the end of the day. This is the result of your vagina's cleaning efforts.
Like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel.